Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the history of the Rani, who yes returned in this week's episode of Doctor Who. So we're going to be explaining who the Rani is and what their history is and how they could have an impact on the Doctor's future. So with all that being said, let's get into the video and talk about the mysterious Rani. So the Rani is a renegade Time Lord and a nemesis of the Doctor, who is sort of similar to the Master. However, unlike the Master, who is often described as an evil genius who wants to conquer the world, the Rani is simply a scientist who often experiments on various species as part of her research, and, well, all of these species are often secondary to her precious research, so she doesn't really care on a method to acquire stuff for her research as long as she gets the work done. We first meet the Rani in the 1985 episode The Mark of the Rani, where she teams up with the Master to harvest chemicals from human brains to use in her experiments. During this story, we learn that the Rani is harvesting brain fluid from the humans to fix a problem on the planet Missimigoria, where her experiments have left the inhabitants unable to sleep. However, the alliance between the Rani and the Master is very uneasy, as the Master has other motives with the brains of the humans. He wants to use the finest brains to speed up the Earth's developments and use the planet as a power base. However, both of their plans are foiled when the Doctor sabotages the navigational system in the Rani's TARDIS and creates a problem that causes the ship to lose control. In this critical condition, one of the jars holding a T-Rex embryo smashes on the floor, and because of the time spillage, it begins to grow, leaving the two villainous Time Lords trapped with a growing dinosaur. We next see the Rani in the 1987 episode Time and the Rani, which saw the Doctor regenerate into his 7th incarnation, played by Sylvester McCoy. The Doctor's regeneration is triggered whilst the TARDIS is attacked, and this causes it to crash land on the planet Latria. As the Rani and a T-Trap enter the console room, we see the 6th Doctor regenerate into the 7th. However, the Doctor is suffering with post-regenerative confusion. The Rani disguises herself as the Doctor's companion, Mel, and is able to do so because of the Doctor's weakened state, and also because of a little intervention from the Rani herself. Her reasoning for doing this wicked scheme is to get the Doctor to fix her laboratory by making him believe it's actually his. Just like the previous time, however, the Rani's wicked scheme is eventually stopped by the Doctor and Mel, and she decides to escape in her TARDIS, but finds it overrun with T-Traps who take her prisoner. Apart from a one-off Children in Need special and some Big Finish audios, we don't actually hear anything about the Rani up until today, which is a very long time indeed. Since that episode, and the episode that she has recently appeared in, there has been a time war that has wiped out all of Gallifrey, all of the Time Lords, and then Gallifrey has come back, and then Gallifrey has then been destroyed again by the Master. So we've often been wondering where the Rani is. However, we have finally got our answer. In 2023, viewers were introduced to the mysterious Mrs. Flood, who teased us by breaking the fourth wall with mentions of knowing what a TARDIS is and later to alluding to how the Doctor's life would end. Fast forward to 2025, and the Doctor and his latest companion, Belinda Chandra, cannot land on Earth during this year due to an unknown interference. During their attempts to get back, they are unknowingly followed by Mrs. Flood, who lures in the background watching every move that they make. In their latest adventure, Mrs. Flood is injured during the attack on the Interstellar Song Contest, and regenerates. Now there are two Ranis on their way back to 2025. Now, just what is their latest scheme? So yeah, there we go. That is a brief summary of the Rani and their history with the Doctor, and it looks like there is going to be a lot of devastation and destruction with a newly bi-regenerated Rani in the swing of things as well. So I imagine that things are going to be heating up next week and the week after, as we are now in the final 2 episodes of Doctor Who Season 2. So if you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for all of this amazing Doctor Who content, because honestly, we are going to be doing loads of theories, breakdowns, theories, just a lot of things going into the last 2 episodes of Doctor Who. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for all the support, and goodbye for now.